This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
We had a couple of big guests on the show today. Big sporting guests, actually,
Oh,
Sean.
we really did, actually. Dyson Daniels, NBA star with the Atlanta Hawks, he joins us. Of course, he's Australian. He's going to be here in Perth this weekend.
It's so good. We got a little bit of an insight into what it's like to be an NBA star. Plus, we got an insight into what it's like to be a big soccer star, because Zeljko Kalic, former Socceroos player, but he also was in the glory days of AC Milan.
Yeah, he
wasn't
certainly was. And
So
AC
good.
Milan in town to play our Perth Glory. It's a big deal.
Plus, we talk about when your place is on the map for the wrong reasons.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean. Let's go! On Nova 937.
Oh, it's 6:06. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Listen to my voice.
Natalie,
We're hanging in
drag
there.
queens, yes.
We are hanging in there. If I talk softly, it's not quite so bad. So I'm going to do the whole show like this. Is this creepy?
No, it's not. The only thing that I'm
Is it-
worried
sorry,
about is
is
your
it-
balls are bigger than mine.
Is it sexy?
Yesterday started going downhill, so
I
you're going to be in
know.
trouble in a couple of days.
It's funny because I don't actually feel bad.
No.
I just sound bad.
Husky,
Yeah.
1-800 number. I know this is an opportunity to make some cash on the side.
Is there anything you want me to say?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Well, there's parties on the East Coast at the moment because some lucky person or well-thought-out person has revived an old Australian
Icon?
iconic business. Ansett Airlines now.
Ansett. So
How do we know it?
they haven't revived the airline.
No,
it's safe to
there's-
say, but they've jumped on the trademark essentially.
They've stolen the trademark. It's it
expired,
had expired,
yeah.
and someone's just sitting there waiting for the opportunity to steal this
Who
name.
are these people that do this?
I don't know, but it's ingenious. Now it's going to be an AI-generated travel agency. So that'll work brilliantly.
I mean,
because it's already got a name that's been out there for a million years, particularly
Yes.
with older people.
Yeah, that's true. And they're more likely to want to use a travel agent as well. So, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, now, Ansett Airways, for everybody who didn't know, were founded in 1935, and
Yes.
they were equal to Qantas, if not sometimes
Yeah.
bigger. Because
So-
I only knew that I flew all the time with Ansett.
Did they sponsor the AFL?
AFL,
Yes.
and to me they were everything. So their planes were great, big Australian flag on it, the whole lot, blue, the colours.
Yes, Bob Ansett was at the helm of it. So it was actually named after him, which
Yes.
is pretty funny that
That's
you
very
name an
cool, isn't
airline after yourself. Ansett collapsed the week that I was due to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So this is it. That was in 2001. And the 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened. And then Ansett collapsed almost immediately. And then I got on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they're like, we're having real difficulty getting you on a plane, because you'd be selected like on the Wednesday or Thursday, and you'd have to be there
Jump
for the
on the plane
following
straight
Monday. Yeah, so they said, we're having real trouble. And they got me on a red eye. And so I just went to the airport and hung around the Qantas desk until they could get me on an earlier flight.
Oh, wow,
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a very contentious time.
Oh, big time. You know why? Because they employed 16,000
Yeah.
Australians. Like, that was one of the biggest businesses in
Yeah.
Oz at the time. And the government, in a lot of respects, over the journey, have rescued
Yes,
big
other
businesses
airlines
like that
across. Yeah, especially if
and
they're
airlines.
providing essential services. Like if they're the only carrier, the government has stepped in a lot, but they didn't for Bob Ansett. Must have upset somebody.
He must have really pissed them off.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to hear an old ad from them advertising
Yes,
in
okay.
Perth in particular?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a listen.
1978.
Right,
here we go.
strap yourself in.
Enjoy a whole new world of Australian holiday experiences. 30% off tropical island airfares. Save 30% off your airfare to Perth. Enjoy 8 days with excellent twin-share accommodation, including unlimited coach tours and return economy airfares from $334 per person.
$334 got you airfares, 8 nights, accommodation,
Unlimited coach tours.
Unlimited
Where
coach
the f- are you going?
Is this why they went under?
Oh, no doubt. There's no value in that for them.
maybe that was really expensive at the time. What year? 1978. Yeah.
Bloody hell, mate. The
I
Golden
know.
Wings, right? The Golden Wings was
Yeah.
the frequent flyer program, and every time, early days when I was playing at the Dockers, there's no rules on drinking after a match.
Oh, yeah, of
So as
course.
soon as we're over in Melbourne, we've, played someone, and then they get in the bus and off you go. And straight in the Melbourne airport,
Unlimited coach tours.
I'd go to Hungry Jack's and nail a Whopper, and then I'd go straight into the Golden Wing Lounge, and I would drink as much as possible.
Well, the other thing is when it collapsed, everybody lost their frequent flyer points. How many did you have, do you reckon?
I had hundreds, thousands.
Yes.
My mate Hornet, previously, he... and I'm talking like 6 months early, he paid this one-off fee that you could be a Golden Wings member for life and at the top level, right, for life. And he went...
They knew that was like those people that bought lifetime memberships to Laurie Potter's health club.
Yeah, they went
And
down.
they went under about a week later. So that was their
good.
last-ditch cash grab, I think. Oh,
The great Hornet, he
good
never
times.
let that go.
Ansett, she's back, sort of.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
It's Nathan and Sean's Book Week.
For the Y. Invest in your child's future with the Y School Ready program, helping children under 5 flourish with literacy and language. Search the Y WA Early Learning.
Oh, God, we love this. Book Week is back. The Wire on board with us again.
Nat,
we
we've
love
had
that.
a couple of great years, haven't we?
We really
And we
have.
appreciate the Wire getting behind us. We want to come to your school for Book Week.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be rocking up to someone's school with the full live show, a $5,000 donation, and a special Book Week surprise that you won't want to miss.
Okay, good news too. The winning school will be announced this Friday.
And then it's all about the costumes. That's what Book Week's all about,
Yep.
right? Sean, you have to read a book so you can...
Well, I'm in
There's
trouble
something
on part
fresh.
1 and part 2, getting an outfit organised.
I know.
I'll leave it to the last minute.
So we'll be dressing up. You'll be dressing up. The teachers will be dressing up. The parents will be dressing up. We're all on board. We go all in for Book Week. We are fully invested.
Absolutely, we certainly are. This is huge. This
I
is
know.
huge in every school year calendar.
So big announcement on Friday. We'll find out which school we're going to. We can't wait.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast. Ready, set,
Nathan, Nat and Sean are all in for a good cause. This week, Domino's is donating part proceeds to Perth's Children's Hospital. Order in store, online or via the app.
Up for grabs, we've got $1,000 cash. If you can name 5 things in the category we give you in just 5 seconds, it's all thanks to Domino's.
Let's hope you switched on this morning. Naomi's in Auburn Grove. Gnomes, how are you?
Hi, good morning. How are we?
You sound up and about.
Do Naomi, are you confident you can do this?
Yeah, I've been sitting here thinking it over while I'm waiting for the ice to melt from the windscreen.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that was
Is it
Amy this
like
morning
that?
too, sitting
Oh,
there. Yeah.
It's the worst.
Naomi, okay, here's what's going to happen, Naomi. We're going to give you a category, and then at the end of that, we'll say go. You will then have 5 seconds to give us 5 things that fit that category, okay?
Okay, nervous as ever.
I know you
Yeah.
should be. All right. Naomi, you need to give us 5 Aussie slang words. Go.
G'day, how's it going? How's it hanging? The Savo?
Oh,
Time's up, I'm afraid.
how's it hanging?
How's it
Yeah.
hanging? I mean, yeah, they all fit the category. Unfortunately, it ran
One
out of
short.
time. Sorry, Gnomes. All right, we move on to Danny and Hillary's. Good morning, Danny.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Super Danny.
Dan, okay. We've got a new category for you and another 5 seconds. Here we
Okay.
go.
You need to name 5 excuses for being late. Go.
Slept in, tyre, flat, rain, thunder, lightning.
Sorry, you ran out of time.
Traffic.
No joy, I'm afraid, Danny, but you gave it a red hot go. Thank you. We go to Ella in Warnborough. Good morning, Ella.
Good morning.
Hey,
All right, Ella, here we go. We're going to give you a new category. Ella, we need you to give us 5 things you would find in the fridge. Go.
Lettuce, tomato, apples, carrots, cucumbers.
She nailed it.
You nailed it. No milk or cheese.
No.
I don't know where you're putting
No
that.
staples.
Great news, Ella. Just like that, Ella A, you have scored $1,000 cash from Domino's.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty good start to a Tuesday morning.
Can't
isn't
believe
it,
you didn't
Ella?
say wine either,
Yeah,
Ella.
definitely.
It'll be the first thing off the list. I can imagine my wife going, wine.
White wine, rosé, champagne, tonic
SSB,
water, SSB, Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Ella scores $1,000 cash. We're playing Ready, Set, Dough again tomorrow morning. Another $1,000 up for grabs.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I want to tell you a story from my holiday. So when I was in Istanbul, incredible city. If you haven't been there,
No, I heard a lot about it, Nat.
So good.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I never thought about going there until recently when people saying it's amazing.
So great. Like it is just.
Why?
So the history so it's been conquered by everybody. So it's got. The history is just layers upon layers, and it's just beautiful. And of course, it's right on the water. So there's the Bosphorus Strait is what splits Asia and Europe. So half the city is in Europe and half the city's in Asia. So it's the influences on it are incredible. So it's just a very rich culture. Ancient city, like there's a lot going on, and it's just vibrant and fun. It's a really fun town. So one of the things I did upon a recommendation of a friend here who said, do this food tour because it's amazing. So I did this food tour. I signed up for it. I rock up. I'm the only person on the food tour. It's me and the guide. And so then it was just like, it's just two friends going out for dinner, basically.
That's a date.
She was a delight. Her name was Bashak. And she took me all around this little neighbourhood, and we went to rooftop bars and little, like, funny little bakeries, places you'd never go on your own because you wouldn't know to find it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I had a great time, and she asked me what else I'd done, and I said, this morning I went to this a neighbourhood called Balat, and Balat's famous because it's really colourful. So they have a lot of the houses are all painted different colours. There's like when there's steps up, they paint them all different colours, and there's lots of street art and flowers everywhere. It's really beautiful. So lots of people go there because the photos are incredible, right? And she said, "Oh, that's where I live." And then she told me that if you Google colourful houses of Balat, the pin that Google Maps have put is her front door. So, and I just looked at it before. It's like, it's not quite her front door because the pin's there. Look at this. The pin's there.
The pin's right there.
The green one is her house. So, of course, what that means is that everyone with a phone turns up to her front door and starts taking photos.
Of course they do.
So, yeah, because and it is one of those places that is frequented by influencers and stuff, because there's so many beautiful little photo spots. When you get there, there's a queue for them. So there's one that's got all these beautiful upside down umbrellas, and it's really brightly painted and it's really gorgeous. And there was literally a queue across the street to get in there and and take a photo.
Yeah, that is amazing.
The magic of the moment's lost somewhat when you see how many people are waiting to take the same snap.
When our friends, they end up going up to Ubud one day when I was in Bali, and they went to one of those waterfalls, and it was just a massive line, like 50-metre line of people just waiting to do their Instagram photos.
Exactly same photo in front of the waterfall.
If your place is pinpointed...
and this is just her front door. This is where she lives. It's not like she hasn't painted it that colour. The house was just that colour. Yeah. And so, her address is where everybody goes for their first stop to look at the colourful houses of Balat.
I always think about the Google, because you see the Google car every now and then. And
that's right.
And it's a weird thing when you see it, you go, oh, okay, that's how it all
moment in
comes
time,
up.
isn't it? Yeah,
it is. And that moment in time might be... Well, you just talked about the front door, right?
Yes,
so that
it
gives
could be your front door where they go, this is, if you want to go and see the colourful houses of this neighbourhood, go here. And it's like, oh, now I just live here. And now there's a whole stream of people coming past to take a photo all the time.
But it might be you just walking down the street.
Yeah, there's a great one I saw not long ago of a girl who, she said the worst thing happened when the Google car went past, because she was leaving her house and she had the Ring, those Ring camera, doorbell camera things. Yep. She had the footage of it. So she's walking down the driveway and she falls over, and then she flashes up the Google street image. And it's her literally sprawled on her driveway. I like the people that are smart enough that when they see the Google car, they drop their pants or something. Forever. When you look at their address, that's what you see. So there was a marketplace scam going.
Yeah.
Where they were offering really cheap DJ decks. Okay. And so when you followed up on that and said that you wanted to buy them, you were told to go to an address in Calabarin, which is like a 5-hour return trip. Yeah, it's in the Wheatbelt. And when you got there, on the door, it says, there's a note that says, there's no marketplace item here. Our address has been used as part of a scam. So these people were getting people knocking on their door, and they were telling them to go to get there at 8 a.m. in the morning as well. So they were leaving Perth at 5:30 in the morning to get to Calabaron, knocking on a random's door, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know what you're talking about." So everybody's a victim there.
Oh, that's absolutely. That's your house is on the map for that reason.
And that's a really wrong reason, and they'd had enough and they'd snapped. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, we've got Andrea in Bibra Lake. Hi, Andrea.
Hello, how are you?
Good. We are talking about Google or something else putting you on the map. Could be you or your house.
Yeah.
What happened?
A bit before Google, we bought a chapel in England that we converted into a house. Now, right up until the very weekend before we got it, it was still being used regularly for services.
Yeah.
So this chapel's in the middle of a tiny village, okay? But the actual church for the village was about a mile outside. Because it was so cold in the actual church, which was made of stone and 14th century, they would have the winter services in the chapel, which was brick and only Victorian, with a bit more heating. So anyway, we move in and we're converting our house into a chapel. It's still a fully fledged chapel at this point.
Yeah.
We moved in. We're working in the garden one morning on a Sunday, and we notice a crowd starts to form outside the house. And I'm looking at my husband going, "What are they doing?" And he's like, "I don't know." And so we sort of try and make a bit of eye contact, but no one's looking at us. They're all too busy having their own conversations.
Yeah.
And then one of them decides to lead the way up to the front door, which is a big old traditional door with a big metal key that's about 6-8 inches long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're here for the christening." And I'm like, "This is a house?" And they say, "What do you mean it's a house? This is the church, isn't it?" I'm like, no, the church is that way, about a mile outside the village. And they're like, about 20 people stand there and then run and jump in their car.
That's amazing. I would have dunked the baby in the bath just for a little bit of fun. But yes, that's...
They did it for... That happened to us 2 or 3 times, actually, in the first
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, especially if the church is like well out of the village as well. It's like, well, it's got to be this one. It's right
that's
here.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing that you lived in a church too.
Yeah, Andrea.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So the church themselves put it up for sale?
Yeah, it was actually owned by an organisation called the Mosley Foundation, who had lent it to the village parish or whatever.
Yeah.
So Oswald Mosley, the black shirt, had built it as a gift to the village back in the 1800s.
Wow. Amazing.
Old and old. And
was it easy to convert it to a house?
we actually sold his plans to convert, but when we got the plans and when we moved in, we didn't move in yet, the plans were actually unworkable because there were these big windows with a lintel across them in the side, and they'd put the floor at some random place across the windows that didn't work, and when you actually put a floor in, the beams would hit you in the chest. So we actually had to get all the beams raised by a couple of metre or two as well. Which
sounds expensive.
Yeah, it does.
It was good. It was brilliant. Didn't want to leave it, but then we emigrated.
One more question. Did you feel any holiness inside the living
Holy
quarters?
Spirit?
Or was it a little bit scary with stuff going on?
Yes, absolutely. I was in my sort of early 30s at the time, and I was terrified being there on my own in the night. Until I had kids, actually, and then the kids suddenly made me become very protective, and I was scared of nothing anymore.
Yeah, right. I'd be scared I'd be struck down by lightning, obviously.
Well, we had a fire, actually. It was a chapel, but it had a big fire. And one day my husband was like, we need to put a lightning conductor on because if there's ever a storm and, we need a lightning conductor. So we literally put our own lightning conductor up and up the ladder, up the fire, and I'm standing there holding the ladder.
It's God's will. What happens next?
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea, Andrew. Thank you. How interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, Andrew.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's Nathan, Nat and Sean's 20K double play. 20K double play.
What do you know? You just heard another song by Justin Bieber.
The Beefmeister.
That was a double play. Todd from Welshpool was quick off the mark. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning, guys. How are we this fine, cold morning?
Yeah, well,
things just got a whole lot better for you, my friend, because you just scored $1,000 with our 20K double play, my friend.
Oh, that is fantastic. Great start to the day. Thank you so much.
And Todd, what
Easy
I
work
love
for you,
about
Todd.
that is that you can tell everybody you won the money because you can spot a Justin Bieber song a mile away.
Don't tell anybody.
Hey, Todd, what are you going to do with the ground? I'd imagine you've got all kinds of things, but are you going to enjoy it in a different way rather than paying bills?
I'm going to blow it and have fun and go out for tea and just enjoy ourselves and just waste it, really.
Great.
Just,
Fritter it away, Todd. I like your style. Where is your go-to to a celebratory going out for tea? Where do you go?
I can't go past Bistro Gum in
Crown.
Oh, that's way posher than I thought you were going to say. I thought, because for Sean, it's what's the noodle house?
Chin's Noodle House.
Chin's Noodle House
Yeah.
in Leeming, yeah? But you're going to Bistro Guillaume at Crown. You fancy bugger.
Thank you so much.
Man of class.
shelf,
All
wasn't it?
right, Toddy, it's that easy, everybody. Just keep your wits about you when you hear the same artist play back-to-back 2 songs in a row with no other song in between them. You yourself could be just like Todd and be taking yourself out for tea. It's Nova's 20K double play.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Spend more time doing you things, like cheering on Freo at Optus Stadium with Bankwest.
It is time for the last quarter up for grabs. We have 2 premium Bankwest best seats. See the Dockers take on the Blues this Sunday, August 3rd. Premium seating, food and drinks is all included.
Our first contestant's Jay from Ellenbrook. G'day, Jay.
How you going, mate?
Awesome. How do you win the last quarter, Jay?
By kicking goals.
Jay,
Absolutely
that's
not.
the
You're
right-
out.
Jay, that's not the right answer.
That is not the right answer, Jay. I'm afraid that
We're
you've
getting-
been delisted.
We're not letting him play.
No, we're not. That's the rules.
We're hard but fair. Sorry, Jay. We move on to Adriana. Hello, Adriana.
Hi, how are you guys going?
Great,
Hi,
Adriana.
Adriana.
How do you win the last quarter, Adriana?
You win the last quarter.
Yes, Adriana. That is how you win the last quarter. Okay.
Wow, Jay, be
Good.
filthy, but
I'm
you know,
glad
the
we
rules
got
are the
there.
rules.
I know. We don't make the rules. Long pause. Adriana, in the first quarter, you're going to be up against Chelsea from Henley Brook. Good morning, Chelsea.
Good morning.
Hey, Chelsea.
How do you win the last quarter, Chelsea?
By winning the last quarter.
Indeed,
course you
that
do.
is true. All right. We're about to ask you the first quarter question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you're through to the second quarter. If you get it wrong, your opponent will move through. Let's test your buzzers. Adriana.
Adriana.
It's working. Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Also working. All right. It's time for the first quarter, Sean.
Here is the question. What colour is the AFL Premiership Cup?
Adriana.
Adriana.
Gold.
That is not correct.
No.
It is a silver cup.
Yeah, there's a little bit of gold on it, but it's
But it's a
predominantly
silver cup.
That means Chelsea is through to the second quarter. Chelsea, you're going to be taking on Paul from Greenmount. Good morning, Paul.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Good,
Good,
Paul.
How do you win the last quarter?
Winning the last quarter.
Yes, I know, right? I thought everybody
Pretty
knew.
easy.
Let's test your buzzer, Paul.
Oh,
It's working. Chelsea v. Paul. Welcome to the second quarter. Who is hosting the 2025... Sorry, I'll start again. Who is hosting the 2025 Logie Awards?
Ooh.
We spoke to him yesterday. And he did it last year. And the year before.
No idea.
no clue.
Not a clue. It will be Sam Pang. The great Sam Pang. All right.
I would
wow.
never have
I know.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, this is a real dent to his ego. All right. We're going to ask another question then. Another second quarter question. Here we go. Which team did Josh Kennedy retire from in 2022?
Oh,
Paul
West Coast.
is correct. Paul, you're through to the third quarter. We're taking on Darren from Beachboro. Good morning, Darren.
How you going, guys?
Darren.
Good, Darren. How do you win the last quarter, Darren?
You win the last quarter.
Thank
Darren.
you. Stick around.
Please test your buzzer, Darren.
Darren.
It's working. Third quarter, Paul v. Darren.
Here is the question. What does a thermometer measure?
Thermometer.
Oh,
Darren.
Thermometer.
Paul.
temperature.
That's how it read to me, Nat.
That's a new one. Okay. Paul, you made it through to the last quarter. We're benching Sean.
Not for the first time.
In the last quarter, Paul, you're going to take on Stephen from Rivervale. Good morning, Stephen.
Morning, guys.
All right, Stephen, how do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Indeed.
We're in the last quarter.
We're in the last quarter. Stephen, test your buzzer.
Stephen.
It's working. Paul, B. Stephen. Time for the last quarter question. What is the name of the Gold Coast AFL team?
Paul.
Paul for the win.
The Suns.
The
Paul,
Suns.
you've done it. Paul, you've got a date with Destiny on Sunday. You are off to see the Fremantle Dockers take on the Carlton Blues. 2 premium banquets, best seats, premium seating, food and drinks, all included. Well played, Paul.
Thanks, guys.
Paul, who's your team, by the way?
Dockers, mate, all the way.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. What a season we've had.
I know, right? Well done, everybody, particularly Paul. Bad luck to Jay, who has learned a valuable lesson today. We're harsh but fair.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, yesterday when we were talking to Joel Creasy, I brought out the fact that Australians, there's $116 million outstanding at the moment. People haven't claimed through Lotto.
Yes.
Enormous amount of money. And there's a West Australian who's won Lotto overnight. But can you imagine, right? So you always think about the things you'd buy if you won Lotto, and a boat's on there somewhere along the line.
Not for me.
Okay. Anywhere.
No, I wouldn't buy a boat, but I like to have a friend with a boat. I might rent. I'll rent a boat for a day. I don't want that. It's a lot of hassle to have a boat, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And you got to think about Bill Gates, who's looking to sell his boat. It's $645 million. They're going to have it at a Monaco boat show. Of course you would. It's the biggest one, 118 metres now, so that's 300-something feet.
See, where do you put that? You can't put it in your driveway, can you? Do you know, how big's the trailer, Sean?
How big's the trailer? That is a great... It has to be at least dual axle.
Yeah. I mean, what do you tow it with?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Is your BT50 going to be able to tow that?
Oh, I'd say so. It's got a lot of power. It's got, I think it's got 15 cabins, so it can house like 30 people. But then it's got 45 staff, and it apparently on there it has its own little hospital. Of course, it has pools on.
What's happening on there that you need
levels.
a hospital?
And inside the boat, which is about 4 or 5 levels. The main house, if you like, there's like a townhouse in there that's 4 levels itself, which is the Bill and whoever he's hanging out with. That's his type of house. Yeah. He's got a house inside a boat.
Yes, so I've just come back from the Greek islands.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wanker. And we did a little boat tour on one of the days off the island of Paros, and there's a lot of glamorous boats in the region, right? Because it's the season for it. We saw this monster. I just showed you a picture of it. How big was it? It was huge. And I've just Googled who owns it. It's owned by Indian steel magnate billionaire Lakshmi Mittal. The yacht is called the Alaya, and it's only, how long was his?
118 metres.
Yeah, it was just 111.
Oh!
So it's up there. It's up there. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? That's a lot of yacht.
So,
and we were just looking at it because you see the other luxury boats and you go, oh, that looks really impressive. And then you sort of scan the horizons like, oh my God.
It's a ship.
It looked like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And all you could see was just the staff polishing everything frantically. Everywhere you look, there was staff polishing things.
Yeah, I'm led to believe most of these people actually don't go on them.
No.
Maybe once a year they get on these boats. But the boats have got to keep moving. They stay in the water and they have to be schmick by everybody who works
just
on them.
because the owner might turn up at any moment. What a life. We're going to have to win Lotto a few times if we're going to buy Bill Gates' yacht, though, Sean. Or do you want us all to go in?
Can we, do you reckon you can get a loan?
650 is US dollars too, isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about $1 billion.
Yeah, about $1 billion.
Ring Gina. Gina will go in with us.
She'll be on it. Win some friends and
all right, we
influence
can
people,
dream,
Gina.
okay?
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Time for me to get out of here and rest my voice.
You need to. A spoonful of honey, Nat. You've done it a few times today. It's a good honey, by the way.
Yeah, I went down to Good Grocer Sean last night and got it. This is Pemberton honey, because they've got lots of nice trees down there. But this one was about $13 for this jar. There is honey on the shelf right there. Jarrah honey, for some reason, super expensive, like $35 for a jar. I'm like, I don't like my voice that much.
Jeez. No, exactly.
Is this tax deductible?
Oh,
Should I
yeah.
get the receipt?
I'll back you in.
So, off to rest my voice. If you see me today, just talk at me. Don't expect a response, okay?
Yeah.
So that I can join you tomorrow, because Ursula Carlson's joining us tomorrow.
Oh, that's going to be great.
We love
Awesome.
her. She's very funny. Kath Cox.
Yeah, we're
I
going to
can catch up with her.
previewing the West Coast Fever Grand Final this weekend.
It's going to be massive. Although they have to play in Melbourne, that's not fair, because the Vixens. It was fairer if they were going to be taking on the Swifts.
Yes.
It's not fair now that the Vixens get a home game.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Kath Cox about how they break up the tickets in that one. Otherwise, it's just a home ground.
Yeah, I know. Right. We're outraged. Okay, we've got a lot to think about.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.